sudden change to the United States policy on immigrants and refugees also provoked chaos and confusion with the airport staff, uncertain about what orders meant, the executive orders meant. And some travelers were even detained or refused entry into the United States. It's not even clear that relevant departments of the government were consulted or informed about the implications of this particular order, or if the senior administration appointees had any input in the decision. But I stand today to say that we cannot ignore the campaign that was characterized by divisive racial rhetoric and has involved supremacy across this country. As civil rights leaders working for racial justice and economic opportunity, we stand today to join much of the nation in our apprehension about the incoming administration and their tactics. The wave of hate crime sweeping in this country, the perpetrators invoking the name of the country's leader, is an ill omen. And as in an appointment of a chief strategist with an appalling record of promoting racial and anti-Semitic and anti-woman rhetoric. As Americans, we have a responsibility to vigorously oppose any policies or actions which are inconsistent with our agenda, or we would serve to turn back the clock on hard-fought gains. Americans' advance toward diversity should not, or better yet, cannot be interrupted by the results of the nation's most recent election. As Americans of this United States, we must continue to battle discrimination, racial injustice, and barriers to equal opportunity, just as we have done for decades before. As always, and as we have in the past, we must advocate for this president and all future presidents of these United States to honor and to prioritize the constitutional guarantee of equal protection, due process, and full citizenship for every American. The president needs to begin by repudiating the hate crimes and announcing a commitment to abandon the divisive rhetoric and policy proposals of his campaign administration that are inconsistent with equality and opportunity for all. In order for this American society to become a great country, then an united American must understand the words that we hold so dearly really mean. They mean if America is one nation under God, then Americans must also be in God. Yes. We must possess the same opinion of God we serve, the God that we say that we serve. We must possess the ability to see each other not as African Americans, Hispanic Americans, white Americans, or even the rich or the middle class Americans or poor Americans, but we must see each other all as Americans. Nevertheless, my fellow Americans, we press forward into the unsure future. Let us not forget to look at the past, but when we look back, let us not look through the glasses shaped by racism or grounded in hatred for our brothers and sisters. Rather, let us peer through the same spectacles of hope, the hope of our ancestors' war when they first envisioned this country. Rather, let us peer through the same spectacles of faith that Dr. King and many others of all races used during the civil rights movement. Let us peer through then the same spectacles of hope and faith. Let us peer through the same spectacles to see the self-evident truth that as long as we realize we are all part of the sovereign God we serve, there will never exist a wall big enough, wide enough, or even strong enough to hold a united America back from being the great country God wants for our nation to become. A country where we realize we are all created equal by one God and given the inalienable rights to life, to liberty, and to the pursuit of happiness. And I stand today and I pray with you today that someday we can all join hands and sing with new meaning, not old meaning, but new meaning, the words of that old spiritual, free at last, free at last. Thank God Almighty, America is free at last.